Bum ba boom bum bum. Get some water. I was doing the edit for the previous log and it was really fucking long, so I'm gonna keep this one short. Today I want to talk about things that I watch while I'm working. And I'm not talking about like tutorials or any of that shit. I'm talking about documentaries or like shows that I like watching, especially stuff that's just like about art, about the struggles of being a designer slash artist. And I think that's really cool. It kind of is highlighting the struggles and I'm kind of like, oh shit, it's actually kind of fun to watch someone struggle. It's a little bit more like watching someone struggle the same way that I have struggled, and it's just really interesting to see how they handled it. Oh, fucking fly. Get the fuck out of here. Right, so these are the shows. Number one is something we all know, and that would be Beyond the Rift. So Beyond the Rift is super fucking cool, and it's basically a documentary series all about making the series Arcane. What I like about it the most is right in part one, if I can find it, here we go. This guy, who is called Christian, he is the showrunner for Arcane. Basically, in the whole part one, he's talking about the struggles of trying to get this idea off the board, and it took years and years of doing it, and that is one of like the coolest things about this thing. So another one that a lot of people probably haven't seen, it is a documentary called Raising Kratos. It's about creating God of War, and it's about really mainly about the director, this guy called Corey, one of the original guys who created God of War 1, 2, and 3. Years later, and then sort of just recreating God of War in the way that he experienced his life, from being like a game dev who just wanted to make things that kill people to being a dad and just, trying to reflect that in his video game. It's about Corey kind of having people back him and just trying to lead the team to success into showing that this game works and, all that stuff. Number 3 is another game. It's called Developing Hell, which is actually a no-clip documentary. And if you don't know what no-clip is basically a channel full of video game documentaries and just interviews the people that have created it and, the process that's gone through. And in this case, they actually followed Supergiant Games, who is the creator of Hades. It's also really fun watching it because they themselves are kind of just human. They feel really human. There's this guy who's literally like, oh, I'm so nervous about just being on stage and everything because it might not freaking work. Launch will come out and everyone will just fucking hate it. And it's just really good seeing these guys just like panic and they're just like you and me. We're just sort of like artists. Number 4 is something a little bit different. It's more to do with music, which I think is really cool. And this is actually a talk about the music of Doom. Where is he? There he is. Yep. I forgot his name. Mick Gordon, who is a fucking fantastic composer. He talks all about from pitch, all the way to creating the sounds, all the way to having fun with it, and just going through all those things. Watching this guy go through all the process and all the technical stuff and everything, it's just really, really fun. There's a lot of insight that I would have never thought of before. The way he approaches things and the way he just tackles this task is just really cool. How he can blend nostalgia while still bringing something new. This one is the only live action one, which is also not free, unfortunately. And I think it's really underrated. In fact, actually, there's episode 1 right here. That's fucking fantastic. Holy shit. If everyone remembers what Rocketjump is this channel, which is created by Freddie Wong and has all these absolutely incredible shorts. This is like back in 2012 days of incredible YouTube. They had a show which was featured in Hulu, I think, and it now is on iTunes, which I did buy. That's the only show that I have ever bought. So they've created 8 shorts, but throughout those 8 shorts, they also have extensive behind the scenes, including writers' rooms, stunt coordinators, what they could do to make it work and everything. It's just really fun watching them tackle the problems that they encountered while on set, while in pre-production, while in post-production and everything. Only episode 1 is on right now, but you can definitely see the rest of them on iTunes. So there are a couple that I actually want to mention, which I probably watch the most, but it is anime. It is anime. So if you don't care, just whatever, man. I don't give a shit. There is some anime about creating art, which I think is so reminiscent to like what we do. It's just really fun to watch. And I'm not talking about Blue Period because I think Blue Period is not great. The one that I want to talk about is Shirobako. And it's basically an anime about people making anime. It's so reminiscent to like motion design, commercialized work, working in an office, trying to hit deadlines and everything. It's just really fun to watch. It's really good at kind of portraying like how we feel when something's been shot down because they didn't like the design, or you're just getting a design and it just doesn't freaking work and you don't know why, and the producers aren't telling you why and all that stuff, and it's just really good storytelling. Like they somehow dramatized it really well. I think it's amazing. There's one more, which is Bakuman, and it's basically these group of teens who in high school wanted to create a manga, and we follow their life from high school all the way to their adulthood, maybe like 25 or something, creating manga and trying to fulfill their dream. It goes from like, oh, they're passionate, to oh, they're shot down because their stories are too radical and everything, and they're trying their best to create something that's really good while still pleasing the mass audiences. And then they go for more commercialized manga, like things that chase the trend and everything, and it's just really freaking good. I think that's it for today. I don't know how long this is. I'm gonna have to edit it and see what it's like. Hopefully it's under 10 minutes.